Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be featuring a palette that I featured in yesterday's Beautybay haul, and it is the Evolve 42 colour palette from their Colour Theory range. You can pick this up from beautybay.com, of course, for £25, and if you pick this up you also get a free brush. You just need to input a code. I'll have all the details down below. If you purchase 2 of these palettes, so 2 of the Colour Theory palettes, you receive a free brush collection, and then if you purchase 3 palettes you receive the rose gold palette collection. But all details will be down below, and of course I will also add that code for you. So if you input the code, it will then apply the correct item that you receive free. You just need to add the actual palette or palettes that you're interested in into your basket. But like I say, all details will be down below for you. Now that's the packaging. It is green and yellow. Looks like that, much like a rainbow. Beautiful. Obviously the name of the palette is there, Beautybay's logo there, and then the weight. So you're of course getting 42 pans at 1.4 gram of product, or 0.05 ounces of product. And then on the back you have again the name of the palette, little bit of information from Beautybay, the ingredients, that it's cruelty free and vegan. So all of those details are there for you. You also get one of these sheets inside, which I have removed of course, so that I don't damage my palette, which I've done before. And then the actual palette itself is like this. So it's matte black with Evolve there in again the same colourways as the outer packaging. Beautybay's logo there, and the same details as on the outer packaging. So the name of the palette, a little bit of that information, ingredients, and that it is cruelty free and vegan. So then getting on to the inside, so you have a huge mirror, and you also have some little details there. So it's the same colourways as the outer packaging as well. And then I'm going to turn it over. You have all of these beautiful colours, so 42 pans. Now, what is different with this palette and the other Colour Theory palettes from the collection is that you have the pans numbered. So across the top they're numbered 1 to 7, and then down the side they have the base. So this row here is your base. These are all of your transition shades. You then have all of your crease shades, your liner shades. Then you have your pop, so your pop of colour on your lid, and then your highlight shade for your inner corner. So yeah, this is a no-brainer palette, an easy to use palette. So whether you are new to makeup or like me, just like things very easy, you can either follow these lines. So basically they've put together a collection of shadows in each row, so each line, and it then takes away, you know, you having to put the colours together. Basically each row is a look, but of course you don't have to stick to that row. You can obviously do whatever you like. There are no rules in makeup, as I always say. So this is the obviously the Evolve palette. I have been looking for this palette, or looking at this palette for, well, ever since it launched, the whole range. I picked up Origin, and I've picked that up again because I've lost it, have no idea where I've put it, and I will be sharing with you another look. But I think also because I picked up the 2 palettes, I received the free brush collection. I'll be doing a complete look, so a get ready with me. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I will be testing out every single one of those brushes. But I couldn't wait, and I had to try this palette. Like I said, I've had my eye on it for the longest time, ever since these launched. And I went with Origin just because it had those rosier tones, but this has some beautiful shades. And this one here particularly is a duochrome, But you have some really beautiful shades, these rosier tones in the middle. And I think this one's got everything. It's more like I think it's the lightest palette from the three that if I can remember rightly. I think there's a brightly coloured one. Evolve was obviously deeper and rosier. And then you have this one, which has a little bit of a mix of warm and cool tones as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swatch a few shades to give you an idea of the formula, a few of the colours. I mean, if I swatched all 42, I probably would have to start going on to my body because there's so many shades. So I'm going to do a few, and then of course the big test, what do they look like on the eye? So first of all, I'm going into the Pop Row. I've been absolutely, well, I can't wait to swatch this. Pop and number 7, so it's this one here. So I'll do 3 shimmers and then 3 mattes. So I'm starting off with the shimmers. Ooh, this is a duochrome, or it could be even a triochrome, because it looks blue and green, but then in some lights it looks red or pink as well. So that one, so that, like I say, is Pop Row 7. That one there, beautiful colour, love that. Then I'm going to do this one again, sticking with the pop, and it's number 3, which is this one here. Much more of a pink tone. Ooh, and this is rose gold. Oh, gorgeous. And then one more, and I'm going to go for, I think I'm sticking with the Pop Row, and it's number 4. I'm going to go with this golden tone right in the middle. Beautiful. So there's your 3 shades there. Okay, now I'm going to swatch 3 mattes for you. I think I'm going to go for Transition Row 3, and it's this one here. It's like a rosy, beautiful, muted, like a muted rose. Absolutely gorgeous. That one is beautiful. If you haven't tried any of these palettes yet, I would really recommend them. Anything from the Beautybay eyeshadow range, I'm just so impressed with it. I love it all. I'm going for now Crease Row 4, going for, it's a little bit difficult, this one here, that one. Very rosy but deep. So we've done like a lighter tone, now deeper. That one there. Picked up a lot of product there. I'm just going to get a wipe. These are very intense shadows as well. Very, very intense. Okay, and then I'm going to go for the black, I think, and that is Liner Row 4, so this one here, just to give you an indication of light, medium, and then, you know, really deep as well. So there are your 3 shimmers and your 3 mattes. So not only does it give you an indication of how they swatch, if you really do like to see shadows, you know, and how they swatch. Now you've got 6 there. That gives you an idea of the formulas, and you've got a, you know, good range, especially with the mattes. Okay, so let's get into the actual eye look, and I think I'm definitely going to be using this row, so row 3, because I love that shade there. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go in with the base shade. So, and I'm using, of course, my Primark PS Eye Contour brush. Now, of course, I do have that eye collection of Beautybay brushes, but I'm saving that for the actual video. So I'm sticking with my regular brushes. So I'm just going to make sure that this is evenly distributed, and then going in with that base shade. So of course, just going all over the eye with that, and this side. So that worked perfectly. Okay, now we're going into the transitional shade. So that beautiful, where is it? That shade there that I swatched, absolutely stunning. Sticking with the same brush. And just taking that up as well. Now from their EYN collection, which is the second collection that they released, that one they have some palettes actually dedicated to matte. So yeah, I would certainly check that out if you prefer the mattes. But I would say that the shimmers that I have used, especially from the Evolve palette, which is the one, no not Evolve, Origin, sorry, which I've already tested out, really enjoyed them. But of course we will see how this one performs. I must say it's easy with a fringe to not have to tie my hair up or anything like that. I'm still getting used to it, I must say. Every time I look in the mirror, is that me? You know, when you have your hair cut drastically, or you do like I do and put in a fringe, you think, wow, is that me? I look so different. Okay, so that's the transitional shade, so that beautiful rosy shade. Now for the crease shade, which is that deeper blush tone. So I'll just show you that. So that one there. Beautiful, does exactly what it says. So they blend beautifully, gorgeous. I really liked the look of this palette for those rosier tones. That's exactly why I went for them. Really blends out so nicely. Gorgeous. Okay, now we're going down to, there's a liner. Now I don't think I brought in the right brush. Thinking about liner, I'm going to have to clean this one off again, just like I did the other day. I don't even have my Beautybay set in here. I usually keep everything in here ready to film, and I've taken it out because I was going to do that today, but it's absolutely fine. I've got a brush here that will work beautifully. But I think what I'm going to do is actually put the shimmer on first. I'm not quite sure. I think that's the only thing I'm a little bit confused about. They've put liner first, but I think that should have been, so pop should have been there and liner there, just because if I put liner on now, I'm just going to go over the top of it with that shimmer shade. So I'm now going into the pop shade, which was that rose gold shade, and I'm going to apply that with my finger. Ooh, that is beautiful. I think I might have to use some of that liner shade for definition, because although that crease shade was a deeper pink, it's not giving me the definition that I need. So I'm just going back to my eye contour brush, and I'm going into the liner shade, which is this shade here, that brown, which is gorgeous, and I can use it as liner, but I need the definition more. I need more here. Yeah. So perhaps I could have applied that first. I think it's a little bit confusing with that liner, because I find that sometimes you need 2 crease shades. That is beautiful though, really gorgeous colours. The brown that I've put on is very pigmented. You don't need a lot of that. mean with the brown shade. Just pop that through the crease there. And trying to match it up with the other eye, which is always difficult. Okay. That's better. I think because I'd put the shimmer shade on, it threw me a little bit. So I think if you do pick this palette up, or any one of these, I think the liner needs to definitely go on before the shimmer, but I'm using it much more as, I suppose, a little bit of depth there. However, I will pop on a little bit of, I don't know, liner, I suppose. Yeah, let me do that now. So I'm using what I've used, and I've cleaned it off. It's my one of my flat brushes, but I think this will work okay. I'm just going to pop it along here. And I would certainly recommend using a proper brush, but obviously I've forgotten the brush and I can't put my camera on pause. That's better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just go underneath. So I'm going to go in with, I think, that very light shade, the transitional shade, which was that rosy pink. Like that. Then I'm going to get a little bit of the brown because I don't want too much pink underneath the eye, and just run that as close as I can to the lash line. So that is their liner shade. Love that. Now I'm just going to get the pop shade again, so that rose gold shade. I'm just going to apply that to the lid a little bit more because I feel I've lost some of that, even though it's absolutely beautiful. Very, very soft. I mean, that is just gorgeous. A few of you contacted me to say that you didn't like the shimmer shade, but I mean, that is just gorgeous. Okay. Now what they want you to do is use the highlight shade, so right at the bottom, so that's that one there, as your inner corner highlight. So I'm moving on to the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush with the point, and then going into that shade. I really like the fact that they've taken all the work out for me, so all I have to do is just apply it. Really like that. Okay, we're getting a little bit of highlight. Took a couple of applications. I think perhaps the top layer. This one seems to be a little bit more firmly pressed than the actual pop. Yeah, that's better. Now, that's the eye look complete using the actual eyeshadow palette. So there's the actual look. I must admit, I really, really love it. And there's so many shades. I really want to do row 7 as well. I'll just show you that. So the reason why I've gone for row 3 is that's exactly why I purchased the palette for this rosier kind of tones, but I really want to go in with that. I may have to do another look with that as well. And now, of course, I'm going in with my usual HD Smoky Waterproof liner from Revolution. Like that. And of course, mascara from, again, Revolution, the Mascara Revolution. Right, let me just move. I've got a curl. I don't want to ruin my makeup. The lip combo is, I have got the Chauffeur lip liner. I have now checked with Revolution to see if this is actually going to be available again, and they have suggested that this will be making a comeback. So if you cannot find this on the Revolution site, then check your local Superdrug store, because on the Superdrug site I can't find it on there either. But if you do like Chauffeur, there is a little bit of a dupe, I believe, from memory, and that is the Toulouse Lipliner from NYX. Very, very similar. Okay, and that one is, I think, £4, £4.50. So if you do like Chauffeur, and in the meantime, obviously, if you've run out, or you know, you just haven't picked it up yet, try Toulouse lip liner from NYX. But yeah, I have been advised that this will be, Chauffeur is making a comeback. And I have also paired it up with my favourite lipstick, which is Greatest. Absolutely love this. Beautiful, and this is still definitely available. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up of my eye look. I am loving it. I was a little bit worried because I thought, you know, am I going to like the shades in here? £25 is quite a lot of money for me, but I really like the formula of the original palette Origin, and I am obsessed with the EYN palettes as well. So yeah, Evolve is absolutely beautiful. I love the eye look. I really want to try the green look now at the, you know, the N shade number 7, row 7. Love it. Also, my fringe has made it so much easier. Don't have to tie it up. Yeah, love it. I would love, love, love to hear your thoughts about the eye look, about that palette. Have you picked it up already? What are your thoughts? And of course, are you going to pick it up? Are you going to invest in one of those palettes and pick up perhaps a free eye brush so that you can test that out and see what their eye collection is like as well? But I will be sharing a whole look, so I get ready with me tomorrow, sharing with you all of the eye brushes that I received free. The brush collection that you receive free with 2 palettes is actually worth £25. So such a good deal. So yeah, love your thoughts on that palette, love your thoughts on my eye look, and if you haven't already seen my new haircut, what are you thinking to the fringe? I know it's still taking me a while to get used to it, but it's always the way. And of course, if you have just found me on YouTube, I would love it if you subscribed to watch further videos, of course. But as always, until tomorrow with that Get Ready With Me, thank you so, so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.